morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's going to be a little bit of a home vlog because I had a bunch of things that I have been working on in my living room area and I want to share them all with you because it's been pretty exciting. I've been getting my hands dirty building a bunch of different flat packs for chairs, tables, cabinets, you name it, and I wanted to bring you guys along to show you all of the updates in my home, and maybe it'll inspire a couple of little updates in your places as well, because you know that my apartment is very small, but I never let that limit my imagination and how I kind of lay out the different pieces of furniture. So something that was a huge part of this is just updating a little bit of the decor, and a really big key item for me is getting a dining table, because if you've seen my previous apartment tour, which I will link in the description box down below, then you can kind of see the layout of my apartment and how I was just kind of using an Ikea bench table with some high chairs or like bar stools as the seating. And although this worked really well for me, when visitors come over, I feel a little bit awkward making them sit up kind of like cocktail seating, like a little bit higher. And also for me, in terms of like if I'm sitting down to have dinner or like working on my laptop, then I want to have something that's a little bit more comfortable. So it's kind of become more practical now that I consider having a dining table, but I did want to see if I could sort of fit it in with that bench still, because I do use that area for like crafting and like meal prep and even just popping my groceries on when I get home to then unpack them all. So that's the plan. My eye is really freaking itchy today. I've actually got hay fever in my eyes, which I don't know if you've heard me complain in a couple of the past videos that I had like sore eyes or blurry eyes or watering eyes and all sorts of things going on with my eyes, but basically we got to the bottom of it. I went to an optometrist the other day and she was super lovely and essentially just did a whole bunch of tests and things and said that my eyes were getting really inflamed, because I don't know if anyone else lives in Melbourne and suffers with this, but apparently the pollen count here is like the highest in Australia or something. So basically that explains why I never had this problem when I was living in Queensland, but now I am having this problem here in Melbourne. But all good. I've got some special eye drops and things now, and I guess I just have to be mindful to take antihistamines if I'm going out during certain times of the year, because that is what ended up really irritating my eyes. But that aside, I think I will share with you my little plan. So I have been filming a series of little bits and pieces of clips just to kind of take you guys along for the whole process, because obviously some of it I went to Ikea and bought, and then some things I've then put together myself, and some things have just arrived today. So I'm going to take you guys back in time now and you can see everything I've been working on, and then we'll come back and meet here at present day, because then I've got to build something else with you as well. Let's go. I have a feeling they're in about 1,001 pieces because they're in these little flat pack boxes. So I'm going to build those now, and then the next step after that's probably to replace the little bench top on this table. So let's get into these ones and I'll catch up with you guys after that. So this is the status update on these little Dalford stools, and I'm going to be totally honest with you guys, these are a bit of a pain to put together. My hands are actually aching from screwing in all the little things with the Allen keys, and the top piece here is really solid timber, which is great because it's really good quality, but the problem is I had to actually use my little mini power drill to actually screw that in. So if you don't have those kind of tools at home, then I would either recommend grabbing one of those little power drills. Mine was just from Bunnings. It was probably like $18, I think. I'll try and link it in the description box down below. But now I'm going to do the final bit and pop this top piece on there, and then we can have a look at them. Next step is to replace this tabletop. So this one is going to be too big for the space now for what I'm doing, and that's why there's only 2 stools, because I'm actually going to turn it that way and put it under the window. So I'm just going to unscrew that old one, and then I've got a new one from Ikea to pop on the top of that as well. Corner unit is unfortunately, but kind of fortunately, the next thing to go. So if you guys have been around here for quite a while, you would remember my DIY that I did on this. So these are the Kmart rattan cabinets, which I then painted white. I painted the legs white, and I also got these beautiful half moon brass handles for them. So I will link that DIY down below if any of you guys are interested in that still, because they actually did restock them at Kmart, so you could definitely do that again. But for me, they are unfortunately not going to match the new aesthetic direction. So I've got a new cabinet that I'll be building and replacing here. And these 2 I'm going to sell to a lovely girl on Facebook Marketplace. So now I need to clear everything off and empty them out. And then I'll have to do a little bit of a declutter, because there is a lot of stuff inside. And the new cabinet is the width of just 3 doors instead of the 4, because this has kind of always been probably just a little bit too big for this small space. So we are back here in the present, and to run you through what I ended up getting, it was the 2 Dalfred bar stools in black from Ikea, and these were $69 each, and I think they look really, really cool, and I like that they're kind of swivel top and adjustable. They're also really comfortable to sit on, but they were a total pain in the ass to make, and I would definitely not recommend putting them together unless you really enjoy like doing flat pack stuff, because my hands were literally aching by the end of it, and I had to use my drill and everything, so they were a little bit trickier than they look. So definitely a little bit of a deceptive one, whereas changing over my tabletop was super easy. The new tabletop I bought was $45, and it is 120 by 60. So yeah, 1.2 meters by 60 centimeters wide. And that really just made it a lot smaller in the space, because previously it was 180 by 120. So it was quite a lot bigger. And that's just really given me a lot more room. So I pushed it up against the window as a little bit of like a bar table kind of setting, which I think looks really, really cute. It kind of takes advantage of the view out the window, but also means I still get to have that space. But I'm not 100% certain if I'll end up keeping that. I might sort of swap it again for an even slimmer sort of high table. Like I could even use like a hall table as a bit of a bar table situation there against the windowsill. But I think I'll just see how it goes for now. And when the dining room table gets delivered, we'll be able to work out the spatials a little bit more. Then I ended up getting 4 really cute bar stools, which are, kind of like short stools. And they're those old pink velvet ones from Kmart. And a girl was selling 4 of them for $20 on Facebook Marketplace, which was an absolute bargain. So those will be my makeshift dining chairs while I wait for these dining chairs to arrive, which I've already paid for and ordered, but they are about 6 weeks away. And that's something to bear in mind if you're ordering furniture at the moment. So coming from a architecture and interiors background, there are some serious delays on decor and furniture items and things like that, which in industry terms we call a lead time. And the lead times have seriously been pushed out, and that is due to freight costs. Obviously, when the petrol cost goes up, so too does the freight. And also just the whole situation that's been happening for the last 2 years has really caused some severe backlogs in terms of manufacturing and things. So just something to bear in mind if you're ever looking for furniture, that it can seriously blow out. But if you guys are ever looking for anything for your home, definitely reach out, because I get trade discounts on just about anything from pretty much every store you can possibly imagine. So you're always welcome to slide into my DMs if you're furnishing your home. But moving on, the next thing that I need to build now is the Thorne buffet. So if you've seen this one, it is part of the new collection from Kmart, and you better believe I was straight onto the website the second that I saw it. So I'll move over so I can pop a photo of it here, but you know that I have been working through that minimalist black and white kind of revitalization of my space. So obviously the Dalford stools in black, the tabletop in white. I may paint the frame in white as well, but I'm undecided because I don't kind of mind the anodized aluminium look. And then this buffet is in a black wood. So really excited to put that together and pack up the tip that is all of my belongings that are currently sitting against the wall, because that is just a total mess and I cannot wait to put them all away. But what I liked about this unit compared to my old ones were, previously I had the rattan cabinets, which I did the DIY on, that some of you guys, if you've been around here for a little while, would have seen, but they were really big storage cabinets and could fit the Kmart cubes, whereas I don't think this will fit the cubes. So I might have to be a little bit more crafty about how I lay things out in there. And then it's also got 3 drawers, which I really like in terms of organizing some other things that aren't kind of in boxes that I have to pull the whole thing out. I can just slide a drawer out and have a look. So let's get on to building that, because I think it's going to be quite a tough one to do by myself. When the courier dropped it off, he literally just left it like outside of the building, and I'm not even joking, it weighs 37 kilos and I weigh like 67 kilos. So I was like dragging it down the hallway, and seriously, that was like a lot. I'm probably gonna have to go and see my physio after all of this, but let's get into it. We'll grab my tiny little drill from Bunnings and we're gonna build the Thorne buffet together. So here they are, the 2 boxes for the Thorne buffet, which actually weighs 37 kilos in total. So gonna be a little bit of a challenge for me. I'm just gonna drag them into the living room, chop them open, find all of the little bits and pieces, and we can get started on building. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed coming along on this little home vlog with me, where I've done a bunch of decluttering, building flat packs, and really just changing around my apartment. So look forward to bringing you guys along for the rest of it once I finally get the dining table and my chairs and things as well. So make sure you're subscribed so you get all of those updates too. And if you want to know any more information about the furniture and things that I've got, or how I've kind of gone about laying it out, or where I got things from, I will leave as much as I can in the description box down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.